Hey guys, my name's Ash, and today I'm going to show you how to make these awesome pork chops. They are, that's a secret kind of little dressing on top of there, okay? But they are seasoned and everything. They're very, very good. It's going to take, it's real quick to get started on it, and I'm going to show you how to make these. They taste really, really good, and I want you to try and check out my web channel, and the most important, I forgot to tell you guys, also, you can pick this up at a Sam's. Walmart usually doesn't have it. You have to get it at Sam's. It's called Canadian Steak Seasoning. I use it for about every type of meat. Just lightly sprinkle that on because it's really, really fine, but it gives a big flavor. It is great on pork chops. And that's what they should look like on the pan. Again, want to just do that to make sure the seasoning sticks to it. Okay, now we're going to fill up the pan with water, and you want to use just enough to where it covers the pork chops, not much more than that. Okay, something like that. Now I always like to add a little bit of beef broth, just a little bit, and we're going to put a little bit of Worcester. And this is optional, of course. You don't have to add this. I always like to throw just a little bit of wine on top of it. Now, I got my oven set to 350 degrees. We're going to cook these for about an hour and a half in the oven on 350, and then after that, we'll turn the oven down to about 300. We're going to flip them, and then that's when we're going to put the Italian dressing on them and stuff. And you'll just have to wait and see about that. It'll be good. Alright guys, we're back. It's been about 45 minutes to an hour. And you don't have to be perfect on your timing. But what we're going to do is, oh, I wish you guys were here with me. It smells awesome. Really good. And remember, I went a little, I add a lot of stuff because more stuff is more flavor. And if you guys only have water, just use water. It'll work too. We're just going to flip those over. And we'll put them back in for another 45 minutes to an hour. And then after that, that's when we're going to add our Italian dressing on top of them. Alrighty. And back in the oven they're going to go. Alright guys, we're back. It's now been a total of about an hour and a half. And you want to check this about 20 minutes in between, just to look at it. If you want to make gravy with this, I'm going to show you how to make a real quick gravy. I've taken out, up here. I've taken out some of the broth and put it into a little bit of pan. I've diluted it with just a little bit of water. I'm going to use some milk and some flour and make a gravy with that. But you want to make sure you take that out before you add your Italian sauce or your Italian dressing. So we're going to flip these over real quick. They're already really tender. And you just want to make sure that you do keep a little bit of moisture. You know, there has to be some liquid in the bottom of this pan, or your pork chops will burn. And I prefer using pork chops with the bone in it too. I just think it gives it a better flavor. It's like wings. I like wings that have the bones with it. The other wings are phonies. Don't be scared. I use zesty Italian dressing to put on these. You can use any type. You will not find these probably in a restaurant. You have to make them yourself. If you want something quick and easy, you have to go down to a fast food restaurant. Now we're going to turn our oven down now from 350, and we're going to turn it down to about 300. Do not go over 300 because we want that to seep in, but we don't want it to burn. So we're going to, forgot the lid. Put the lid back on. Now we're going to let this set in there for another 20-25 minutes. I know it takes time, but it'll be a lot better off if you just lay them in there, leave them for about, it's going to take about 2.5 hours, but it's real quick at the beginning, and we'll be back here in just a bit. potatoes, basically how to make mashed potatoes. I went ahead and just slung them in here. The only thing I use besides, I do throw a little bit of butter and milk and salt and pepper. Add a little bit of sour cream. Always a spoonful of sour cream makes it so much better. All right, well here I got my rest of my broth from my pork. Now remember, do not do it with the Italian dressing. We're going to add just a little, we're going to stir in just a little bit of flour.
Is that self-raising or what? All-purpose?
All-purpose flour for sure. You can whisk this or you can just grab a fork and do it. Okay? That'll help thicken it up a little bit. If it wasn't just me and my girlfriend eating, I would have made more. But I mean, depending on how big your family is, you might want more broth and stuff like that. But that's just a real simple gravy. I'm going to keep that on about a low medium and let that sit there and just occasionally stir it every few minutes or so. I think our pork chops are done. Let's go ahead and get those out and take a look at them. I'm also making some corn on the cob. Go ahead and turn the oven off. They smell awesome. That Italian dressing just gives a scent that's just, it's awesome. And here is the finished product. Thank you for watching this. My name is Ash. You can check my channel out on how to make these pork chops and easy gravy, of course. But it's called A Dash of Ash. Yeah, check my website out. Appreciate it.